What's up, danglers? So in this video I wanted to do a little bit of a showcase and some shout outs to a lot of the gentlemen that I get most of my tackle from nowadays on the good old Whatnot. So I did get a few packages in. I wanted to kind of do a little bit of an unboxing, give these guys a shout out, show off some new lures, and yeah, I wanted to kind of make this a normal thing now since I am getting most of my gear nowadays on Whatnot from some incredible sellers. So I will warn you right off the bat here, I did peek in some of these boxes because if you've been following my channel, you know I have absolutely no patience when it comes to this stuff. So we're going to jump right in and we're going to start off with a package that I received from none other than Some James. Make sure you go check him out on Whatnot, SUMJAMES. So along with this purchase, I think I only got one thing. And the main reason of getting it was because of the cool little Jesus figure that he was given out with every purchase. I had to get one because who doesn't love Jesus? So, along with that, I also won a buyer's giveaway. Now, if you're not familiar with Whatnot and their giveaways, most streamers will run giveaways throughout their stream, usually followers giveaways, meaning that anybody can enter, but then they also have buyers giveaways, meaning the only people that can enter are the ones who purchase something during that stream. So I made my purchase of the one bait. I got my cool little Jesus, and I just so happened to win the buyer's giveaway as well. And holy shnikes, what a giveaway. So let's jump right into this. So let's start off with the thing I actually purchased. So we got the Raid Head Swimmer Libero. So it's in the 7-gram weight. What's the colorway here? White Chartreuse. So I got this bad boy, one because it's made by Raid, and I love Raid's products. But it's this little paddle tail swim bait with a nice little underspin on the bottom there. Comes with an extra body, and also has a nice little weed guard there as well for the hook. So the idea here is I'm going to be throwing this for smallmouth, specifically in the river, especially once the temperatures start to drop. And which is already happening, even though it's August. Thank you, New Jersey. So that was the idea by buying this. I've actually been eyeing these guys up recently, and Mr. Some James just happened to have them, so I took my opportunity and picked one up. So that's that bad boy. Now let's jump into the giveaway. So first thing I got as my giveaway is some Ducket swim baits. These are the BD RT Shad in the 4.5 inch swim bait. 4.5 inch size. Bear with me. This is in the Pearl Shad color. These are awesome looking paddle tail swim baits, guys. Again, where else can you get this type of stuff for free? This quality of product? Nowhere. That's the answer. Nowhere else. You can't get stuff like that for free anywhere else. So we got that bad boy. And then, these I'm actually super excited about because I've been wanting to try these. And these are the SPRO swim baits. So these are the Pocket Tail Minnows. 3.75 inch. This guy is in the pink gold belly. And this guy is in the red bug. So both colors, in my opinion, are going to work great during the fall. That's usually the type of color I'm leaning towards, usually orange, reddish type colors during the fall. That seems to be the color they like. Specifically my area. Can't speak for everywhere else. So we got those, again, for free. Now, this, I think, is the best one out of them all. We're going to save the best for last. And this is the Paisley Buzzbait. It's in the 1/2 ounce weight. Now Paisley is Some James's granddaughter. She is absolutely adorable. She has Down syndrome and is actually on the heart transplant waiting list. So please keep her in your prayers. So we got our Pray for Paisley sticker. That is officially my favorite sticker. And look at this buzzbait, guys. I love the color. We got like a chartreuse on the bottom there with a little bluish purple gold blade. And I think I'm actually going to pair this bad boy up. If you haven't been following my channel, I can't form a sentence. Bear with me. Pair this guy up with this Pocket Tail Minnow by SPRO in the pink gold belly color. So I think that's going to be a wicked combination. And it'll actually be one of the first things I throw whenever I can actually get out again. So that's that. So shout out Some James. Please go check him out. And please pray for Paisley. So let's add this to our sticker collection here. So again, I'm not going to be covering everybody in this first video that I buy from. So that's why I wanted to make sure I had all of these stickers out here. So we got Coach Gut, we got Johnson 56F, which you've seen on my channel. We got Slay 24. I'll correct myself if that's wrong. We got Hog Wild, shout out Hog Wild. He's been doing a lot of advertising for me and I really appreciate that. We got TDE Ford 3 as well. We got, I think Behar, I think is actually how you pronounce this, or Bexar Anglers. He'll be on this evening. I think I might have to go pop in on his stream. I love this one too. This guy jumping, catching the bass there. And then we got American Traditions. I think I got some stuff coming from him as well. And I forgot who this one was. But I will put it up on the screen. I buy a lot of stuff, and I think a lot of the guys that are watching this will understand that as much as we're in it to catch fish, we're also in it for ourselves, and it's kind of an addiction. The best kind of addiction, in my professional opinion. So that's that. Let's see. Next up, we got a package from ATL Husband. So that's ATL HUSBAND. So go check him out on Whatnot as well. I'm going to try to leave all of their links in my description of this video. It's also the first video I've actually, I think, sat down and done in front of the camera like this in quite some time. So again, bear with me. All right. So this one's pretty exciting as well. So we're just going to reach into this envelope here. Let's see what the first thing is we pull out. Aha. So this was actually another buyer's giveaway, which I didn't even know what it was because I had left the stream because I'm just, you know, again, I got a problem. So I was bouncing around between streams and I happened to jump back into his stream where I did make a few purchases and I saw he had a buyer's giveaway up. So naturally, I entered that buyer's giveaway and I won. I had no idea what was actually up for the buyer's giveaway. Well, it turns out it was this Mega Bass Viper Red Pop Max. So actually, I happen to have one already out of box. So we're going to leave this guy in there. So I think I made a post on my Instagram. My first ever collectible lure just so happened to be a Viper Red Pop X that I received from Justin, aka Lonesome Dove. I'll be doing a whole nother video on Mr. Dove shortly after this. And that kind of ignited the fire when it came to me and collecting lures now. And we're going to do a little showing off here. So that is what I got so far for my Viper Red collection. If I can hold this still here so you could see to the right, try to get rid of that reflection. We got our Viper Red Pop Max, we got the Pop X in the back, the Diamante, the Dog X, we got a Griffin Zero, Prop Darter, and the Type X. So when I got this guy, I'm sure you can understand my level of excitement. And again, I can't stress enough, where else are you going to have the opportunity to win something of this quality for free? Nowhere else. So let's jump into the things that I actually purchased. So let's see, what's the first one we got here? So this one is the Mega Bass Edo Shiner SSR. So before this particular stream, I had no idea these things existed. Now I knew the Vision 110 SRs, the shallow runners, existed, but I didn't know, I honestly don't know exactly what it stands for, but I'm going to take a shot in the dark here and say that I didn't know that the super shallow runner didn't exist. I had no idea. So as somebody who's mostly stuck on the bank 90% of the time, I did just acquire a 10-foot John boat. I'm trying to figure out how to get a salvage title or a title in general for that thing. That's a challenge and a half. Again, thank you, New Jersey. So I generally lean towards shallower running baits. So when I saw these, I was like, ooh, I gotta buy it. I really shouldn't, but I should. Okay. So this is the Megabass SSR. So this is in the, what was that? Aurora, GP Aurora Pink Back. So these guys will definitely be getting thrown on my channel very, very soon. And along with that guy, we also got another one. So we got another Edo Shiner SSR, but this is in the GLX Galaxy Shiner. Gorgeous color. So again, gonna kind of give the imitation of a Shiner, I would even say slash gill-ish type color. Ooh. Look at that bad boy. Gorgeous. My fancy rotating stand now. I feel legit. So these will definitely be getting thrown ASAP. And again, I went with that pink color. Again, for the, I keep wanting to say this time of year. We're not there yet. It feels like we are. But again, once fall hits, that pink color is definitely going to be what I'm going to be leaning towards. And last but not least, as much as I hate to take these guys off, this one requires its own space. So if you are a collector, specifically for Megabass, I'm sure you'll recognize this name. Bloody Hasu. Now, when I started really getting into the collecting end of things and doing my research and seeing what some of these baits go for, I was completely blown away. Again, by the prices and what they're worth, and some of these colorways that were just, I mean, you can see why they're worth what they're worth, because they're genuinely a work of art. Real, I would say most JDMs, especially Megabass, are all works of art. And I'm sure I'm not alone when I say I find myself struggling whether or not I want to actually tie the thing onto the end of my line. Well, this particular one, I can tell you right now, you will not see on the end of my line. So this is the one, the only Vision 110 Frozen Bloody Hasu. So again, I got this guy from ATL Husband. This is one of the sickest colorways I've seen in a Vision 110. So the eyes, you got those green eyes, you got that frozen Hasu, and it's called Bloody because you got that blood spatter. It's on the belly. We got some spots kind of working up to the side of the bait. Absolutely gorgeous. It's going on the shelf. Not going anywhere near the water. Now, this bait on the bay all day goes for 50 bucks. I got lucky. People were sleeping, and I got it for $25. Again, where else are you going to find that kind of deal? Now, I'm not saying you're always going to get those deals. You know, everyone's got to make their money, right? So, again, why would you not want to put or give your business to these gentlemen who are giving you the opportunity to find these baits, hard to find baits, for reasonable and sometimes crazy good prices? It's kind of a no-brainer, if you ask me. So that is the Frozen Bloody Hasu. And again, it's not something that I thought I would ever own. But for that price, I couldn't walk away from that. So that is the Frozen Bloody Hasu Vision 110. Now, you guys have seen me post little like showcases of some of my collection. Expect a lot more. This will be one of them, including my Viper Red stuff. I'm going to do better photo shoots and displays with a little description of each thing beneath it, especially during the winter time. Usually winter is kind of the slow time for me, especially for content. Although apparently we are going to have quite the winter this year, so maybe I'll actually get some ice fishing done this year. I've been slacking on that. Slacked last year. Last year I think was the time to do it, and I just didn't have my gear ready to go. So yeah, being able to have content to continuously put out through those slow periods of time is going to be great. And who doesn't want to see some really cool, hard to find JDM baits? Alright, so last but not least, this one I actually haven't opened yet. I just got this today, and this is from Size Matters, or as some say, Schmitters. I believe that's SZMTTERS. Again, I will correct myself on anything that I get wrong here on the screen. Cutting it open for the first time. So in this one in particular, I know I have some fishing things and definitely some collectors. Just look at it. Just look at it. Okay, let's start with this guy. So, back to that Viper Red. So this is the Viper Red SRX Cyclone. Cyclone? Cyclone. Long week, bear with me. So again, I got this for a phenomenal price and I could not turn it down. I think this might actually be my last one I add to the Viper Red collection. There may be one other one that I'm eyeing up, but I'll keep that a secret. But other than that, this I think may be the last one I add to the Viper Red collection. Again, got it for a great price, better than anywhere else you're gonna find it. Let's go with this guy. So this is the one Fisher that I got. Let's see. I had a knife. What'd I do with it? So, get this bad boy open. So this is the Mega Bass. Look at that color. Purdy. Gimme. Gimme. Here we go. So this is, let's see, does it say? I'm pretty sure. Again, I will correct myself if I'm wrong. Does it say on there? Can't see. So this is the XJF. I want to say 100. And this is actually a little wake bait, if I'm not mistaken. It just stays below the surface. And again, like I said, I definitely want to lean towards shallower running things. And I love wake baits. I would say this year I've gotten a little more into wake baits. I will forever be a crawler guy. You know, again, these are some things you'll be seeing pop up on the showcasing of my stuff. But I've really been getting into wake baits and just very subsurface baits. And I've been having a lot of luck, so I had to grab one of these guys, and I would say this is going to replicate a nice bait fish just swimming below the surface. So I'm super stoked to put that bad boy on the water. And along with that, this is going to go on one of my display boxes that I have. I picked up an official Mega Bass sticker. So you'll be seeing that in some of the displays that I do in the background. Got to represent, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. And last but not least, so I saved this guy for last because this is a collectible. As much as I would love to throw this next bait, I don't think I can stomach it. just because they are so hard to find. You know, in hindsight, what I paid for it, I'm throwing baits that are even more expensive than this, but again, being able to find another one is going to be next to impossible. So the fact that Size Matters had it is amazing, and the fact that I got it for the price that I did is even better. Look at this thing. That's crazy. So this is the Mega Bass Noisy Cat Splat. So again, a wake bait, but it's got that little propeller on the back. I would say I would compare it to like a depth buzz jet, which you've seen me use in my videos. Wow. And I'm not quite sure what this little slot would be used for. I want to say this is like a chartreuse lime color. I love the little curve here where the propeller's at, and it's just purty is what it is. It's just purty. That's that. Alright guys, well I really hope you enjoyed this little unboxing that I did. Like I said, I will be doing many more of these. I appreciate you sticking around if you stayed till the end of the video and listened to me flub my sentences left and right. But I think I did okay. And again, there are many more sellers that I'm sure I'm missing. Let's see, we got Coach Gut, Johnson, Slay, Hog Wild. That's gonna bother me. TD Ford, Behar Angler, Some James. Let's remember. Let's pray for Paisley and American Traditions Bait and Supply Co. Oof. This is bad. I buy too much. Don't take it personal. I can't keep track. So again, I will actually list everybody I've been buying from under this description, and I'll see if I can do the hyperlinks for them as well. If not, I'm just gonna put their usernames and just go on Whatnot and search their usernames. I'm sure you'll probably see me on their streams. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop some comments, hit that like button, and I, along with my fishing addiction, will catch you later.
Yes, indeed. They call me Mr. Greed worldwide. And I'm black out.